Hi everyone, welcome to Fat to Thin Senior Roux-en-Y. I'm Raven, I'm 76 years old and I've had gastric bypass surgery on December 16th, Monday. Medicaid approved the surgery and paid for it. Last week I talked about my week-long pre-op liquid diet and the pre-op meeting. In this vlog, I'll be talking about the surgery and today, the only day I've been home after the surgery. If you're curious, please join me on this journey and continue to watch and comment. The operation lasted 3 hours, plus I had 2 hours in the recovery. I ended up staying 3 days in the hospital. They used the robot that I have in the description below, and also in the description below there's a video of someone using that machine to sew the skin back onto a grape. Yes, a grape. Anyway, the doctor said that I had the largest hiatal hernia he's ever seen. The bottom of my stomach was distended and just plain sick. It had been constricted for so long and the bottom was like rotting away. Then he had to deal with scar tissue from my hysterectomy, I don't know, 40, 50 years ago. Dr. Leduc is an absolute gentleman. He has a bedside manner that won't quit. He smiles. He has a really good handshake. He exudes confidence, and he came through. Somehow, though, the communication got lost in his office. I was really supposed to do 2 weeks of the liquid diet. So I told him what happened, with the nutritionist, and she said, well, if you want to do 1 week, So I told him I did 1 week. He said that was very good, because I wanted to have my body in the best shape possible for this operation. And to tell you the truth, it's a damn good thing I did this operation, considering how bad my stomach is. Can you imagine if the bottom of my stomach had rotted away and just went into my intestines? And he said it was bad. 3 hours almost. Anyway, the hospital stay was wonderful. I mean, it was like going to a spa almost, I've now had 1 full week on liquids, pre-week diet. And then, the operation itself. I mean, I had the operation on Monday. I didn't have anything to drink from 10 o'clock on Sunday. And they would not let me even have ice chips until 8 o'clock on Tuesday because they wanted to x-ray my stomach, make sure everything was okay in there, nothing was leaking, because he said he was cutting out all kinds of stuff, Anyway, I was in a private room, huge private room. I'll stick in the video here. Okay. Here I am, sitting in my bed. This is my hospital room. That's the stratosphere out there in Vegas. And this is a really big room. Really nice, too. Staff has been unbelievably cool. So, here we go. Okay, these are the incisions. This is 1. That one hurts a little bit. 2. Although that looks really bad, it's not bad. This is from heparin that they've been giving me every 6 hours. And this is 3. It looks pretty good. And this is 4. And then it's way up here. If I can find it, it almost looks like it's healed. If I can kind of get you a picture of it. Maybe. almost healed up. Looks pretty good. So, this is my hospital room. The private room overlooked the Stratosphere Tower in Las Vegas. The nurses and the attendants and everyone was just wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I mean, if I wasn't in a hospital, I mean, I was in a hospital, but I could have been in a full-service spa. You know, this was this kind of place. It was just really great. They had things on my legs to massage them 24/7. That felt so incredibly good. I was helped to walk to the bathroom, you know, to walk, conversations with the nurses, the aides, the cleaning people, whoever. None of it was forced. None of them looked like they wanted to run away any second, you know, and they had to finish their job. They stayed as long as I wanted to talk, and then they went about their business, you know. It was kind of cool. It was a great place. I really wasn't well enough to leave after 2 days anyway, on Tuesday or Wednesday. I really wasn't feeling very good. I couldn't drink more than 3 ounces in 3 hours. I had to get to the point where I could drink 4 ounces in 1 hour. And I did it. I finally did it. I did it twice in a row. But I did it at 3 o'clock in the morning, so I was up until 5 drinking this protein shake. But that was the reason they would allow me to go home, you know. And I was ready to go home by that time, by the next day, you know. Let me see. They did, at one point, they were checking my sugar every 6 hours. And at one point, it went down really low. So they gave me 2 ounces of apple juice. I want you to know, apple juice has got to be one of the best things I've ever eaten in my life. It is just wonderful stuff. Ambrosia. Now I know why it's in the Bible, you know, because apples are good. Anyway, let me go on here. I'll never get through this. You'll be here for 20 minutes, you know, 50 minutes at the rate I'm going. I asked my nurse on Wednesday. She was checking the incisions and things like that. And I said, look, I've had this operation on Monday, you know. Why am I still fat? And she thought it was one of the funniest things she's ever seen, heard, you know. Anyway, another person came in with papers and wanted to know, in my own words, why did I have this operation? And I told her, because I'm fat. And she said that's the best answer she's heard. And the thing is, she actually put that on my records. I have a printout with that saying that, because I'm fat. Anyway, there was at one point where someone was singing in the hallway. It was, you know, a quiet kind of singing. It was very comforting. Sounded like somebody who was working and singing and enjoying what they're doing, you know. The joyful kind of singing that you would do around the house while you're puttering around, or when you got a hobby or something like that. Now you can imagine the work environment that allows them to do such a thing in a hospital. It was really very comforting. I was using my Garmin watch to keep track of how far I walked, but I left it in my pocketbook and I never took it out and I never put it on. As a matter of fact, all that junk I took with me, the only thing I really needed to take with me was some chapstick, maybe some biotin, and the bathrobe, because I never took anything out of my bag except the phone and the battery charger I had extra. So I carried 20 pounds of suitcase. Didn't need it. Absolutely didn't need it. I've drunk this morning 7 ounces. Oh, I've been home since last night, so I'm not home 24 hours yet. I left the hospital at 2 o'clock. So by the time we got home, we had to pick up another friend. It was almost 5 o'clock. So I was ready to lay down for sure. And I actually slept from about 7 o'clock last night until about 7 o'clock this morning. And I don't think that I have felt this good in a very, very long time. I don't remember the last time I felt this good. I think that them getting my stomach squared away, you know, and taking care of the hernia and stuff has actually, well, I mean, I was in a dangerous situation before, you know, and I just didn't know it. I'd been sick for so long, I just didn't know it, you know. But I never quite felt right, you know, and I never could put my finger on what it was. And I think that the candy thing was because I really didn't want to put anything much in my stomach. I really am not a foodie, you know. I just didn't eat a lot of food, but I ate a lot of candy. And so it, I guess, coated my stomach or made it have something in there to work on, but, you know, not necessarily work too hard, that kind of a thing. You just never know, you know. Anyway, so I made some protein. I made some beef bone broth on Friday in my Instapot. I had to pull it out of storage, you know. And I put in onions and garlic and chives and a whole bunch of stuff, you know. And I said, wow, this is really bland. This could use something serious. But I don't have time for it right now, so I just bottled it all up, you know. So this morning, I started putting them in those little 2-ounce cups so that I could stick it in the freezer, because I didn't need, you know, 4.5 pints of bone broth to go bad. And I took one of them, the 2-ounce cups, and I heated it up. And I tell you, that was delicious. That was really good. And I know my taste buds have changed already. I know it has, because that bone broth was nasty. You know, it wasn't nasty, but it was close. It needed something seriously, as far as I was concerned on Saturday, you know. But anyway, let me see. So, if you're thinking about doing this surgery, you really need to do your research. This is a change of a lifetime. For me, I think what was necessary, what was wanted, what was needed, what was necessary. And in the case of my hiatal hernia, it was needed, absolutely needed, to be repaired. And I got to tell you something else. It's a terrible thing to smell coffee and ketchup. I was walking through the halls, and they opened the nurse's lunch area, and the smell of coffee was a killer. And the thing is, you know, I don't even care for coffee. I can't drink it. I don't like it. I like the smell of it, but I don't care. I don't drink coffee. But I'll tell you, I would have killed for that. And I would have killed for that ketchup when I went walking by around lunchtime. So it told me, don't walk during meal times, you know. So I was throwing a couple of pictures and stuff in here somewhere. And that's about it. I'm feeling absolutely wonderful. This was an unbelievably good decision for me. And it might be for you, but for me, it was the bomb. It was the thing. Okay. So please like and share and subscribe and ring the notification bell. And don't forget to check the descriptions, because there's one in there that has this machine sewing the skin back on a grape. Okay, that was just amazing. Using the Vinci machine. Okay. Take care of yourselves. Blessed be. Okay. Okay, I'm outside of the building, outside of the hospital, and it is not even 5:30 in the morning. We've been on the road since 4:45 this morning. As you can tell, it's still black out here, but this is the entrance to the hospital. Dark. So I had to come in through the emergency room, because the rest of the hospital's not open yet. And this is it.